Hey, it's Sandra from Conversion Minded, and I'm super excited to be talking about Pinterest today because I have a Pinterest course coming up July 1st, and I really want to let you guys know about it. Get in on the waiting list. I have so many jam-packed strategies to help you skyrocket your business, create viral pins, stunning images, and get ranked on Pinterest. I'm going to leave a link in the comments. Definitely check that out if Pinterest is an important platform to you for getting traffic. Okay, so what I'm covering today are 2 tips to help you get more traffic from Pinterest. And the first tip is around images, and the second tip is around keywords. So if we look at the images first, it's super important that you create vertical pins and you add some kind of text that tells people what your pin is about. I still see so many people posting pins, and it's, it's a newbie thing to do, not a big deal, but it's something that you want to get out of the habit of doing. You want to get into the habit of going into a tool like Canva or another tool and adding text to your pin so that people can see what it's about. And let me tell you why that's important. It's important because Pinterest is different than Instagram. Instagram, people are used to just seeing eye candy, beautiful images, and they're going to click through and they're going to look at the comment. They're going to see that comment. They know there's probably something pretty interesting in there. We're all used to that. But on Pinterest, there's a little bit of a different mindset. Pinterest has its own culture, and people on Pinterest are either ready to buy, generally, or they're looking around to get ideas. They're researching and they want to find out how to do something. So if you have a blog that's tutorial based, or it kind of shows people how to do things, or DIY, then you definitely want to include that what I mentioned, some text or that title overlay that includes a keyword or something that would make people know what it's about so that they can click through on it. So definitely get into the habit of doing that. I'm going to show you right here with I did a search for wreath DIY, and then we got these results in. And right here, this is so much more compelling to me than something like this, because I'm ready to make something, right? If you get into the mindset of your audience, I'm ready to make something, and this is actually visually showing me how to do it. And it's also telling me that this is a tutorial about making a wreath. And so I'm going to click on it because it looks so interesting, and I can almost see myself doing it because these steps are there. Try to really think about what would make you want to click on it. And the more you can show people what's inside, why they should click, and what's in your blog post, what's in it for them, right? The more they're going to want to click through. I found that in my niche, which is blogging and business, if I create infographics that kind of outline the steps I list in my blog post, I don't go into a lot of detail, but I visually just show step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, do this. If you can do that, then it really gets a lot of more repins, it gets a lot more shares, and it gets a lot more clicks because it's more engaging. And that is the culture. So if we scroll down here, again, my eye goes immediately to the ones where I feel like I can engage with them, and it tells me what it's about. So we have another fall wreath here. If we come down here, is a DIY summer wreath. This, I don't really, these are pretty, but I don't know that these are for me to make, right? So if you can tell people more and more what your post is about, why they should click on your pin, that's going to really help you get the. If we move over to tip number 2, which is keywords, this is kind of works in conjunction with the images, because the images are going to help people click, and the keywords are going to help your posts and your pins show up. Again, if we go back here to the wreath DIY search that I did, you'll see in the drop-down menu there's some guided search terms, and Pinterest is trying to give you an indication of some common phrases that people search for. So what is this telling you? It's telling you that these are terms that people are searching for, and you want to include these terms in your pin. I'm going to explain what I mean by that in a second, but for now, what I want you to know to do is to create a spreadsheet and start jotting down some of these other keywords, because we are going to incorporate those when we upload the pin. So you want to start making a list either in Google Docs or Evernote, whatever it is that you use to take notes, jot down these, and you may find that you have keywords that you use repeatedly, and this is helpful. If you can create some kind of spreadsheet, then you can start to see your common keywords too. That's just an extra tip. So this is the guided search. You're going to get some search terms here. You're also going to see them right across the top here. So these are other words that are used in conjunction with this keyword that you typed in. And we're going to see some repeated here, like spring is there, burlap there is there, mesh is there. So mesh, burlap, spring, but there's also floral. I don't know if tulle is something that's relevant, but you want to start going through and finding relevant keywords that you can also add to your description. Add these, the sum total of these, add them to your keyword spreadsheet. And the other thing that you can do, which is taking it like another step, it's just another way of cross-referencing and tightening your research, is to actually use the ads platform. Now, you don't have to create an ad. You have to create an ad, but you don't have to actually run the ad or enter any of your credit card information. But once you're inside the ad platform, there's a research tool, and it's a keyword research tool, and it's going to be helpful for you also. So use that as well. So you can go in here, create an ad, and I have an example right up here. I simply created a campaign name. I don't even have an ad group name on this. But I went down here into add keywords, and we can extend the reach and look for related keywords. So this is super powerful, really, really awesome. So I just typed in wreath, and if we come up the top, you can really see how many monthly searches people are doing for this, how many monthly searches a term is getting. Like, so wreath DIY, there are a ton of searches. That keyword definitely has to go into your pin. If you'll see some other related ones. Again, there's going to be overlap, but I see greenery wreath here. That might be a good one for you. I think I saw summer wreath again down here. So, take a look at what people are searching for and use the keywords that are, have the most searches. Add them to the relevant keywords with the most searches you want to include. And then if I even branch out here, like let's say that your wreath includes flowers. A lot of times they do, right? So you can look more at some of these other keywords around that and even get some other ideas for what you might want to put in. A free floral wreath, right? Okay. Floral wreath with printable. If you have printable instructions for it, then you'd want to include that. So this gives you some more ideas and more places. So this, we're getting into keywords, we're getting into research, and research is a really important step that I think that, if you just jump right in and blog about anything that you want to blog about, that's great, but you don't really know how well that's aligned with what your audience wants. So you definitely want to do some kind of research moving forward. Before you even write your blog post, you want to start doing this kind of research. And I'll tell you why. It's not only important for Pinterest, it's important for Google search, it's important for YouTube, and Instagram even, uses hashtags for you to get found, and Twitter and Facebook is hashtag based, and hashtags are another form of a keyword. So we're really talking about a lot of keyword strategy when we're talking about trying to get found everywhere. So I'd love for you to get into a habit of researching keywords before you create your blog post. I wouldn't get too crazy with trying to backpedal and rework your current blog post, to make them keyword friendly. I think that you can get caught, in a little bit of a rabbit hole with that. I would just use this, what you learn, and move forward and apply it there. But you can certainly do a little backpedaling on your pins and add keywords to your description. So what you're going to want to do with these keywords is just that. When you upload your pin, you're going to have a place to add your description, and you're going to add these keywords. Now, you don't want to get insane with keywords. You don't want to do like 15 keywords and that's it. Try to make your description conversational. Try to make it actually sound like a sentence and work in these keywords. I would work in maybe 5, 6, 7. Try to get the high monthly searches relevant to your post, and you'll be good to go. So again, that's it for now. Reminder about my course coming up. I'm super excited about it. I think you guys are going to get so much out of it. So don't forget to get on the waiting list for that. And if you have any questions to this, let me know, and I'll see you next time.